Good morning. Operation Get the Husband to Get Up Earlier was almost successful. Apparently getting him up earlier, however, confuses the crap out of him.
We're walking to Blackpool.
Yes, I told him we're walking to Blackpool. Now it turned out the only thing I have to do is make the coffee earlier, and hey, there he is. But yeah, we didn't get that much earlier. It's like 22 minutes to 7, so we're 12 minutes earlier than yesterday. Oh well. On our way to Mazama village, well, on our way on the PCT to the turn-off to Mazama village, where hopefully we will pick up our food for the next leg. I keep saying hopefully because...
There's a lot of rumours about that.
Yeah, Mazama village has not got the best reputation when it comes to hiker packages.
It's not food related, but if you're getting resupply there, allegedly, don't hold it with this, it's just what you're getting good of. If you have gear sent there, they go to Blackpool.
Yeah, there's a lot of parcels have been sent there, signed for, as in like, you know, the village store took delivery of them. Then when the hikers arrive, nobody's seen the parcel, it's not there, nobody knows anything about it. There's been quite a lot of that going on. Hopefully it's just a case of them being terribly disorganized. Blair Witch is in full flow in these burn areas, clearly. What the heck?
If any of the viewers know what this means, let us know. Bizarre.
Right. This is it. Crater Lake National Park. From here on in, no dispersed camping unless you're a mile away from the roads that you don't know where they are. Every bit is burned. Oh no, green trees are coming. It's a new one. A boot brush. So you can avoid bringing in invasive seeds. Which is a great thing, but there's none on the other side, so God knows what we've trampled into this wilderness. There we are. This is Mazama village. Somewhere here should be a store. Right. This is us leaving Mazama village. What an interesting little stop that was.
About the resupply boxes, he just basically asked for the parcels are there, and he asked me where my name was, so I could have scribbled someone's name off, but mine there, and showed me ID, and he said, yeah, fine.
Yeah, they're not, well, the lad that dealt with us was not particularly well equipped to be customer facing, let's put it that way. He just... I don't think he wants to be there. Bless him, who would? And it just, yeah, as Brian said, it's just not organised at all. The whole resupply thing, which, you know, it's a huge extra burden on small shops like that. And, you know, you've got to be thankful that they do it at all. Because we'd all be a bit screwed if they stopped taking hiker resupply boxes. But it is a very, very disorganized system. So I'm not surprised stuff has gone missing there.
All American places that we've been, the customer service has been unbelievable. That is worse than England, and that's saying something.
Yeah, that's true. They just have zero training in how to deal with customers. Or care. But anyway, we did get our box in the end. It wasn't there when we arrived this morning, or it hadn't gone through the system when we arrived this morning, so we spent far longer than we wanted to hanging around that place.
So we've got a 24-mile no water
Yeah.
Hence the 4 litres on me.
Yep. Brian bought 2 more bottles. There they are.
What's our resupply?
Yeah.
So far.
Which is why
Heavy.
that is actually our lunch bag there, hanging
And
off the back.
Heidi's has got more water than me, a lot more.
And I carry my maximum, which is 7 litres of water, because basically neither one of us fancies dying of thirst. There is a possible water cache somewhere in that 26 miles, but I'm not relying on water caches, especially not while the trail is this busy. There's so many southbounders on it now, because they've all started, as I said yesterday, I think it was, a lot of them have started a month earlier than they normally would, or at least 2-3 weeks earlier. So there's now far more southbounders here than you would expect at this time. I mean, genuine southbounders. Add to that the flippers, and then the slow boats like us. The trail is so busy, it's unbelievable. We've made it to the junction. The Pacific Crest Trail technically goes straight. However, what this little warning sign and that big warning sign there will tell you is that due to mountain lion activity, all the campsites along the PCT here are closed, as is 1 mile left and right of one of those campsites.
I think they put a fucking barrier. Oh, sorry.
I know.
I think they put some sort of barrier saying.
Well, this is the weird thing. Technically, you can hike it up to 1 mile to Lightning Spring, and then you can turn around and hike back again. Because there is all the campgrounds are closed at the moment, because basically they don't want anybody staying here overnight.
We're going that way, though, aren't we?
No, we're going to the Rim Village, 2.4 miles that way. So we're doing the Rim alternative, which frankly we would have done anyway, even if the PCT was open, because why would you walk past Crater Lake?
We wouldn't have wanted to carry all this water.
No, that's the difference. Lightning Spring in 4.6 miles is, as the name suggests, a spring. It was the one break in the water carry that you get along the Crater Rim Trail as well, because there's a little trail that goes off to it, and but that's the area that they've closed in all direction. That is obviously because mountain lions aren't dumb and they too need water. That's obviously where they're mainly operating.
The reason is, it's not because the mountain lions are there, it's because one is being found with a kill, not a human being, but an animal, and they bury it, and he's very protective of it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, there you go. Learn something new. I would just like to give you a little impression of what a group of southbound described to us as, little bits of ups and downs. It's steep. We have made it to the top of the trail.
Beer, definitely beer!
Despite the fact that we're already way too late. Brian thinks he deserves a beer, and I concur. Somewhere over there, at the bottom of these hills, is the lake. But it'll still be there in 10 minutes' time, so... There over there is a lodge. You can see it just about, see it through the trees. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, it's impressive. Wow. This is Crater Lake. Just thought I'd film this for a bit because those of you who have been following the snow news this year will remember this building being basically under snow up to the rafters. It's quite impressive when you think about it. We're heading for the lodge because they do beer there.
Here we are around Crater Lake, beautiful lake. If you ever come to America, you've got to come around here. And a big thanks to a friend of Heidi's called Adam.
Yep, this is on account of Mr. Severs. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Much appreciated, and thank you.
Seems to be a little, I don't know, observation place or something right on the side of it. Well, we're starting the Crater Lake walk now, way later than we should have done. Probably means we're going to roll into camp at around 10 p.m. and be the most unpopular hikers on the trail for a bit, because there'll be other people there, but it can't be helped. We can't camp on the rim. We have to get to where we're going. Okay, I promise I won't spend the next 3 hours filming this lake, but yeah. Maybe 2.5 of them. Brian's decided he's going to buy Wizard's Island.
Yeah, I want to build a house in that little bay there with his own platoon. And have ships there.
Let me show you the bay. That one there. He's got a point.
I couldn't afford it though.
It's also possibly still an active volcano, but you know.
Who cares?
It's a nice flat trail, this rim trail, isn't it?
Wow.
It's a nice flat trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beautiful.
It is very beautiful. If we weren't so heavily laden and it was so late in the day, we would not be moaning quite as much. And I know what you're thinking. We always moan.
But yeah, this is a new one.
This is a new one.
This is a new one.
The sun is starting to set. It's, 7?
7:15.
7:15. I don't know why you need a pose for 7:15, but yeah, it's 7:15.
7:15 pose.
There's the sun going. Whew. We're not even round the Watchman yet. This is not going to end well. Last time, I promise. And there's the watchtower up there on the Watchman. Luckily, that is not where the PCT or even the alternative is going. Right. There's the turn off to the Watchman tile, which means we're currently at the highest point we will ever be again in Oregon.
Yeah,
because apparently,
watchtower up there.
oh yeah. Yeah, apparently this trail junction is in fact something like 116 or so. Oh, there we go. Feet higher than the official highest point of Oregon and Washington on the PCT, because obviously this is not on the PCT. So yeah, this is the highest we're gonna be until Canada. How does that make you feel?
Bit horny. Okay, wrong word. Bit excited.
Beep!
Beep.
Here we are, Liverpool hikers literally walking into the sunset.
Oh, so romantic.
This might well be one of the last pieces of filming, because once the sun is gone, it'll be dark. And the sun is gone. So, we started off from our... Try and not cast shadows. Oh, I still cast shadows, okay. From our random campsite somewhere there. I had a pretty straightforward hike in to Crater Lake National Park. Am I going back on myself again? No, I'm not. And I'm towards the highway. The sort of noticeable thing in this area is Union Peak. There's Union Peak Trail Junction. I think you saw it in one of the pictures. Is that it was that sort of very peaky peak is Union Peak.
It's not me.
No, not that peak.
It's Northern Peak.
And yeah, we got to the highway from where we hot-footed it into Mazama. We got there for about 10 o'clock-ish. And they couldn't find the parcel, of course, so we thought, there we go, will our worst fears come true? But it turned out it was actually still, it had only been delivered that morning, so it just hadn't run through the system yet. So we ended up having lunch. Had a bit of a weird day, because there was a random email, which we now think was a spam email, or not spam, phishing email in Brian's inbox, saying something about a parcel that had been delivered by DHL and couldn't go to the address because of some wrong details. And we of course immediately assumed it was the next resupply parcel and panicked and contacted Zero Day Resupply and what's going on, why did you use DHL sending stuff to Shelter Cove, blah blah, and they were like, well, we haven't actually sent it yet. So then that's when we looked at the email again a bit more in more detail and found that it said DHL Asia on it. So yeah, it clearly had nothing to do with 0 days. God knows what it was. It was just obviously some phishing exercise. But anyway, we ended up, due to that, partly, not leaving Mazama until about 2. Got back onto the highway and back onto the Pacific Crest Trail. And then started the remarkably steep climb into the can I speak anymore? Crater Lake Rim Alternative Trail. So up until here was the PCT by Dutton campsite, and this is where the closures started. I'm casting an awful shadow here, sorry. And that we went up this area here, and that is, yeah, I mean for Oregon, steep, very steep. It's 2.5 miles, I think, to the Rim Village. So we went down to the lodge for a beer, and then started the actual Rim Trail. Way too late. And that Rim Trail, I think I said it before, it kicks buttocks. It's really, really up and downy, and quite steep up and downies, but absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think we got round the Watchman, and as we were descending here into this area, this is where the daylight kind of pretty much left us then. So the rest of the hike, which luckily this is also where it then starts getting flat and down, slightly downhillish and mostly flat. So the rest of the hike was just guesswork, really, in the dark. This road section here is a bit odd, because you kind of, the rim road splits off, so you kind of crossing one but not the other, and yeah, it got a bit confusing for a moment, but yeah, we got through there. And into, well, now you can't see anything anymore. Here we go. And into the Goose Hill camp, which is the first available open, not mountain line overrun, allegedly, campsite on that stretch.